more question on kind of roles. We had something come in around the CPO position. We've talked a bit about that today. He asked, in order to have a product-led organization, do you need a CPO, or could that report up into the CTO? So I think as part of that answer, if you can kind of share on like how you position the need for a CPO within an organization.
Yeah, like a CTO is going to be primarily responsible for the technology. Now, that isn't to say that I haven't seen a hybrid CPO-CTO role work. There are people who are CTOs who are fantastically product-minded, very commercially driven. They make great chief product officers. And if you have that person, it can report to the same person. That person is always going to be the one who knows that product leads tech, though, right? If you don't have a CTO who understands that dynamic, that's when you need the chief product officer, because you can't have a hybrid CPO, CTO. Now, the pitch for a chief product officer is, you've got your CEO who's basically coming up with the vision of the company and thinking about your business strategy. Your CTO should be thinking about your technical strategy. Your CPO is making sure that all the software that you develop and build brings all your commercial activities to light. So like all the vision and all the stuff that your CPO wants to achieve, that's your CPO is kind of helping them do it. So it's like their right-hand person to do that. Most CTOs that I know don't think commercially about how the software is going to manifest and add revenue, reduce costs, protect revenue, and do all these strategic things in that area. That's what a chief product officer really does, is they are super commercially minded. They deeply understand tech. They deeply understand markets. They deeply understand product, so that they can formulate a product strategy that grows your company. And that's really what we're looking for in a CPO. If your CTO can't do that, that's when you start to look for a CPO. A lot of CTOs are more architecture, super technical, super great. Like they're people I want to partner with. I want to work with them every single day. But if they don't understand strategy from adding a software perspective, or deeply understand the customer's needs and how to turn that into product, that's when you need a chief product officer. So I recommend that a lot of organizations need a chief product officer, probably more than not. Many super large companies too have CIOs even instead of CTOs, and that's such like a chief. If you guys haven't heard of that, chief information officer, chief. There's another word for it. Oh, IT officer too. But those are. That is an antiquated system. Like nobody thinks about technology as information technology backends, run the servers anymore. Like they see it as a strategic business driver. CPOs see technology as a strategic business driver. So that's the difference there.
Right. I definitely also see environment where you have just the scope of the work so large. There's a large mind share on the tech side. So then you need a CTO where you really focus on technology, the platform, and then you do have a CPO more focused on commercial and to tie everything together as well. So it totally makes sense in terms of a lot of times it's really the needs, right? The needs to drive the position. As long as we can articulate what this position is going to contribute to the needs and filling the gap.
Exactly.